What is up, Malco crew? This is Los, Heath, and Anthony with the MalcoCast. And today, guys, we are talking about Jason Newsted, the former bassist for Metallica, who left the band, mind you, to
Yes.
pursue his other musical talents and musical bands and musical endeavors, if you will. So Jason recently came out with some news, and that's what we're going to get into today. But first, we're going to say what is up to Heath and Anthony. What is up, Heath?
What's up, y'all? How you guys doing?
Anthony,
What's up, guys? How you guys doing? I'm doing good. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing
I'm
good.
hanging
We're
out,
doing
man.
good.
I'm chilling.
It's just another Monday, another manic Monday, if you will. But instead of manic
MalcoCast
Monday,
Monday, man.
we're going to
It's
call it a Malco
MalcoCast
Monday.
Monday.
All right, it's a Malco
MalcoCast
cast
Mondays, man. Eminem.
So Jason Newsted, gosh, what a character that guy is, man. So
I love that dude, man. I always wanted to meet him.
I've always wanted to meet him too.
I actually, a guy I worked with at Target years ago. He worked security, and he used to work at the one in, I think it was Walnut Creek.
Yeah.
And he'd see him all the time. He'd come in the store and he'd chop it up with him, and it was just like he was just a regular guy. And it's funny because nobody really recognized him around there. It was weird. He could go in and shop and do anything, and he never really got bothered that much.
Well, that's like the life story of every bass player, though, right? Nobody recognizes him.
Well, and sadly enough for him, they recognize him even less in Metallica. To be honest,
Trujillo is more recognizable.
Yeah, but I think they've actually given more creative freedom to Trujillo than they have Newsted a little bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's because they learned their lesson. So the news that he came out with recently was he recently had revealed that he does not have the physicality to play any more Metallica songs. He is really, really hurting from these past surgeries he has had. And if for some reason, some magical reason, if Metallica were to call him and say, "Hey, Jason, come and play for us," he would probably say, I can't. My physicality is not what it used to be, and I can't hang with you guys anymore.
I'm calling bullshit on that one, dude. I'm calling bullshit on that, dude. I'm calling bullshit.
Why is that?
I'm sorry. I think if something happened, not willingly, or I'm not wishing it something to happen for Trujillo, but if something happened and they called him, I think Newsted would try. He would see if he could do it, man. I think he would put in the work. I call BS on that.
Oh
Newsted.
no, dude, he looks hella old. I mean, Heath was saying earlier, right? I mean,
so does Kirk Hammett. Kirk Hammett looks hella old.
That's true.
Well, they are.
They're all old, but yeah. I mean, it's kind of. I think you're right, Anthony. I don't see how if they call him, if he actually takes a phone call like, "Hey, I don't see how he doesn't at least give it a shot. You know what I mean? Just to see. I mean, we don't know. Like, it's interesting because I had never heard about all these surgeries and everything. So I just knew that he had, he was doing the Voivod thing and some other stuff. How do you say no? How do you not at least try?
I get it, dude.
He sure as hell didn't say no to when they were inducted in the Hall of Fame, right? Now that was
no, and he
awkward.
didn't say. He didn't say no when they did like the 30-year anniversary out in San Francisco for whatever that was.
Yeah.
But I get it, dude, because dude, his style of headbanging that he did for years, that whirl shit, dude.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason I shaved my head on the side, dude. I would see him do that, and that shit looked so cool to me, dude. Where I was like, I want to headbang like Newsted.
That's dope. No, he plays in a new band. I think it's called the Chop House Band. And I guess what he was saying is that the music he plays in the Chop House Band is like less intense than it was in Metallica. But I'm with you, Anthony. I think it's a little bit of some bullshit there because he doesn't have to go crazy anymore. He doesn't have anything more to prove. He's proved it all.
He can get up there and he can do some backup screens. He can get up there, maybe bob his head a little bit. You know, he would get up there and do it. Yeah, I'm calling bullshit.
Oh no, absolutely. But how much of that do you think though is him just kind of coming to peace with the fact that he left one of the biggest bands on the planet and now he's just essentially, you know, incognito, if you will. Let's just call it how it is. He's basically a nobody now because the bands that he's playing with, dude, Chop House Band, come on, man. How do you go from playing Metallica, these big ass stadiums, to playing the fucking Chop House Band, bro? What's up with
hell no. Carlos, I'll take his nobody check that he's still getting from Metallica. You know,
that's true.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
That's what that's what I was thinking too. It's like, you know, because I will say this, when he did quit Metallica and you know, it was pretty common knowledge that he didn't have a lot of creative control and they kind of just, you know, he was just kind of their studio guy basically, you know. But I thought about like, dude, he's still taking home, you know, some fat cash from being in the band and the royalties and all that.
Yeah.
But I always thought, man, you know, that really, to quit Metallica, I mean, that takes some guts. I mean, that's not something that I think a lot of people would do, especially when you're getting those paychecks, you know, and you're out on tour and you're touring the world in the luxuries that they toured the world in.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely one of those things where I think, you know, that'd be a difficult thing to do. But the more I thought about it, I was like, man, he's still getting paid. And it's like, you know, maybe his lifestyle isn't that lavish. So he's like, hey, I'll be all right, you know?
Yeah.
And he was able to go on and you know, regain his creative control over the music he was writing. So good for him.
I think that Metallica was a little bit fucked up to him, to be honest with you.
Not a little bit. I think there were a lot of bit fucked up. You know,
were. Like, I mean, now, like you said earlier, I mean, they give Trujillo now currently a lot more freedom to write his own bass lines.
Yeah, and you know, no slight against Newsted because I'm sure you had to be an amazing bass player to fill Burton's shoes.
Right.
I just think Trujillo maybe is a little more skilled than Burton. Or I mean, not Burton, excuse me, Newsted.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think Trujillo is. Just from, you know, listening to Newsted and Trujillo's over the years when, you know, Trujillo was in Infectious Grooves and Suicidal and stuff like that. Trujillo's an amazing bass player, dude. Amazing bass player.
Yeah.
So,
and I think his style's closer to Burton. Personally, I think his style's a little bit closer. Yeah. But like you said, Newsted was still, he was still a good bassist for sure.
But you know, the whole thing with creative control. I mean, if you were in a band that, you know, you couldn't write your own music, you couldn't write your own parts, everything was written for you, and when you tried to bring new ideas to the table, they shut you down. I mean, what would you guys do?
I don't even know. But here's the crazy thing: it happens so often. There are so many, they're session musicians or whatever, and it's kind of crazy to think about. I mean, obviously, because literally we have since day one, we are more of a collective of musicians rather than, it's not just one guy writing all the songs and coming in and be like, okay, here's what you're going to do. Like, and I don't know. I can't even fathom that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that would not fly over. You've seen us in practice, dude. Like, that wouldn't fly over. Like, dude. Hell no.
Says the Kurt Hammond of the band.
So, dude, if somebody tried to tell me how I had to play my riff, I would laugh at him, dude. Like, I'd be like, okay.
I can see Yayo saying, right. Hey, dude, no, you need to play it this way.
Yeah. But see, for me, I'm not ever trying to tell you how to. I'm never trying to tell anybody how to play the part. I'm just throwing out ideas, and their ideas, good. Because for so long. No, we don't even need to get into that right now. So.
No, we don't. We don't. Well, yeah, we're over here at about 11 minutes. I think that's a good enough recording. Do you guys have anyone you want to shout out?
I just want to thank our listeners and followers, and we're just seeing this thing grow a little bit, and it's awesome. I just thank all you guys for subscribing and sharing and watching, and we're having fun with it. So hopefully you guys are too.
Definitely.
I'd like to shout out the guys in my band. I think this week we've been working pretty hard trying to write these last few songs that we're getting ready to go record.
Yeah, that's right. You guys are going to the studio May 1st, right?
Yeah, we're going in this Saturday to Puss Cavern in Sacramento, and yeah, man, we've been working pretty hard trying to get these songs dialed in, and we're pretty excited about them. So
absolutely. And I just want to shout out, like Heath, I want to echo Heath's statements, and I want to thank everyone for tuning in, commenting, and sharing the videos. It really, really helps us to grow. And I mean, this is why we do it. We like connecting with you guys. We like engaging with you guys. We want to give you guys the opportunity to come on the MalcoCast and talk to us, and tell us about yourself or your band, and tell us about your musical taste and what you're listening to and things like that. And we'll talk about something, and it certainly will be an interesting time over at the MalcoCast. And with that, yeah.
Hey, wait! You both just made me look like an asshole. No. I'm the only one that didn't thank our listeners, so I want to shout them out too.
There you go.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Yep. Well, and that's going to do it for you guys. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.
Peace.